Hey everybody, Mediocre Magic Man, back at it again, about to do the first Dominaria, or not Dominaria, last of now that Dominaria is gone, we're going to do our first M19 draft. So, this is a constructed card. This is just a 2-1 flyer for Menace. We don't really care, or 2-1 flyer for 2. We don't really care about the ability there. Blanchwood armor can be pretty good if you're mono or very heavy in green, I guess. I'm looking here at either Gravedigger or Volcanic Dragon. Volcanic Dragon puts a lot of power down at 6 mana. 4/4 flying haste really affects the board. If you're any kind of an aggressive deck, then it's the more powerful choice. But if you're going a little bit longer, then Gravedigger is better because Gravedigger just sort of builds towards longer games by having to wait for you to get something into your graveyard. I'm going to actually go with Volcanic Dragon here because from what I've seen in the pre-release, red is a very powerful card in M19, or very powerful color in M19. So with that in mind, I'm going to hedge more towards red because I know that it is more powerful as a color than black is. So now this pack has... maybe we should have gone with black. This is, I think, one of the strongest cards in the set. People are sort of down on this one. They tend to not think that it's quite good enough, but I think -3/-3 for 4 mana is a perfectly acceptable trick. I mean, it outright kills enough things in the set that it's really good. Plus, if you need it to kill something bigger, it can work as a combat trick, so you can make your little creatures get there. So I think I'm just going to go with that. There's a good green coming through here. Talons of Wildwood is performed pretty well for me at pre-release. The trample being the most relevant part. The fact that it comes back is really what makes it more playable than a normal aura. But it's also underpowered from a normal aura because +1/+1 is not a whole lot of extra oomph for your 2 mana. But the fact that it gives trample is really good because there's a lot of decent green creatures that they've got good stats, but they don't actually get through. But none of those are strong enough that I want to take them as my first green card. I think I'm just going to go with Take Vengeance as the strongest card in the pack. There's really not a lot of very strong things in here. Maybe Switcheroo is a good choice, but I've found blue to be underpowered so far, so I think I'd rather lean towards one of these 3 colors, which I think are the strongest colors. Well, not necessarily. Green can be more powerful, but none of those individual cards were powerful enough to send me that direction. But maybe it was enough of a sign. Colossal Majesty has performed quite well for me. But I think in this particular instance, we want to go with Shock. Seeing Shock this late means that maybe our first couple of packs were just light on red. But maybe it's getting cut. We'll see. Well, no, they weren't really light on red. We just had to take Strangling Spores because it was that much more powerful. Ooh, Spark-Tongue Dragon is a good sign. Spark-Tongue Dragon is pretty... It's on par as a 3/3 flyer for 5, but when you get to 8, it's just insane. 8 mana for a 3/3 flyer and shoot something will turn a game around or just win you a game on the spot. If you're already a little bit ahead. So it's pretty much good in all scenarios, and I think it's going to be the pick here. Pyromancer has done okay for me in the aggressive decks, and I do think that this format is more aggressive than what we've been used to coming through Dominaria, which was quite slow. So I'm leaning towards that. I actually do think that this Neonate is probably a little bit better than the Pyromancer, but I'm still not committed to black at this point. Whereas at this point, I really do think I'm going to be red. So I think I'm going to go with Pyromancer just so that I can start picking up more playables early. So there is a lot of blue in this pack. But I think I just want this hasty Minotaur. The only thing that's powerful enough that I would want to switch into blue is also double blue. So I think I'm just going to take this Minotaur. I'll have other flyers because there are flying dragons. So those will continue to come through. I'll go ahead and take mirror image here. Whereas the other blue cards that I wanted out of the previous pack were double blue. This is only a single blue, so I can splash it. And I do have targets to copy with it. If I'm copying either one of my dragons, that's acceptable. So, red is definitely open. I think I want Lava Axe. It's the red decks tend to be more aggressive. So what tends to happen is they get in early in the game, but they run out of steam. And Lava Axe is a great way to just kind of push through there at the end. It's either that or Tormenting Voice, but I think I like Lava Axe better. It's a tough call. I'm going to go with Havoc Devils here. I like the additional power and trample over haste. And I don't think double red is going to be a big problem in the way the deck currently is. So, dual land, totally lost, or motivator. I think I'm going to take totally lost here. If we do end up in blue, I like the power of that better, particularly if we are an aggressive deck where that can sort of be like, well, they finally got to their bomb, we'll just put it away and keep swinging. You don't have any artifacts, but I think this is better than the other cards. This is a good aggressive blue card, so maybe we are blue-red aggression here. We still don't know. Pretty committed to red, but I don't think I'm really committed to either blue or black at this point. Or white. So, this seems pretty good. But it's double black, and we don't have a whole lot of other black. I could take the other image. Problem is that there's so much variance on this if we don't have anything to copy. So let's see how many other creatures do we have right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures. Most of which cost more, so we're probably going to be trading up in mana. I think we're going to go with the mirror image here and sort of commit to that. Wow, Mentor of the Meek would be amazing if that's what we were doing. There's no great red cards for us. There's no great blue cards for us. So with that in mind, I think the pick has just got to be Luminous Bonds. Mentor of the Meek is more of a build around, and I have one creature that triggers it because the mirror image will ideally be coming in as a copy of something bigger. So I'm going to take Luminous Bonds. Ooh, a second Volcanic Dragon. I like that. I think Volcanic Dragon is one of the more powerful uncommons here. So I will happily grab that over. Thud is also, I performed better for me than I thought it would. but particularly in the way of getting through for the final bit of damage after you've gotten through in the early game. But I have Lava Axe for that, so I think I'm just going to take a second dragon here. So I think I like another Shock. Shock is good. It kills enough creatures in the format that it works as a removal when you need it to, and kills the player when you need a player dead. So I'm going to take out Strangling Spores, because if I was going to run another color, it would be white for 2 pieces of removal. Come on. Alright. Oh, this is a fun build around, but I don't think that we're doing that now. I think we just want Havoc Devils. 4/3 trample for 4 mana is pretty good when we're aggressive, which is what we're doing, so. Ooh, there's so much trample in this pack. I want Siegebreaker Giant here. Siegebreaker Giant can take over a game. A 6/3 trample for 5 mana is already good. I would already play that. And the ability doesn't, at first glance, a lot of abilities like this you would imagine stop creatures from blocking it. But this stops any creature from blocking. Like, at all. Like, stops their creature from blocking any of your creatures. Like, they can't block at all. So I'm definitely going to take that here. I particularly like it over Infernal Hellion, because Infernal Hellion goes away. This sticks around. 1 more mana to stick around and have that extra ability is great with me. I will also take another Spark Tongue Dragon. That seems really, really good. You've got a lot of flyers and evasive ways to get in. I like the way the deck is looking so far. Yeah, I'll take another Pyromancer. Yes. Oh, be quiet, kitty. Okay. Yeah. Well, I've already got 2 Pyromancers. I don't know if I want the Minotaur or another Pyromancer. I think we're going to try and even out the curve and go with it that way. Also, the more things that we have above 3, the better our mirror image gets. I think, so we're at 21. We're still doing okay. I don't know if I really like these Totally Losts, but I do like Ghost Form in this deck. Shh. Noisy kitty. We don't really... I don't really like either of these. I'm probably going to end up cutting whichever one that we play, but I think I like Instigator better, just to go wider. We haven't picked up any Trumpet Blasts, but if we do, it works better with that. Hey look, a Trumpet Blast. Is that what I want? Yes, because I don't need a 3rd Totally Lost, and I'm definitely not running one with the machine. I think I'll take Ghost Form. Ghost Form can finish out a game in the right situation. Wow, Trumpet Blast and Inferno Hellion came back. So this deck is looking sweet. I'm going to cut the splash. So we're to 24. I'm going to cut the totally lost, and now we're at 23. Mostly creatures. Alpine Moon is a constructed rare. Not even a good one, I don't think. But what do I know? So we're pretty... I think I'm just looking at Divination. Or is it Bogart Brute? I do like to have Menace, and the only other... Actually, no, I definitely need Bogart Brute here. The problem is, all of my 3-drops right now aren't actually 3-drops, because Mirror Image, I need something to copy with it. So this pile is pretty much empty, and this doesn't get cast until in combat much later than turn 3. So yeah, we want Bogart Brute. Okay. Wow, there's one blue card in this pack. I don't know if I like it. This is fixing, but I'm not really running 3 colors. And I'm not in a, I'm not hurting to try and splash something. Although this is pretty nice in our deck if we were to go for a splash. But we can't take the splash card and then let the land go. I honestly think it might just be Smelt here, just to have the sideboard tech. It's either Smelt or Skyscanner. Skyscanner kind of helps because we could play less lands if we played Skyscanner, perhaps. No, because we got 2 6-drops, so one way or the other we're going to be at 17. I'm going to take Smelt for the sideboard. Ooh. Hellion wheeled last time. It's probably going to wheel again. I also don't really need anything else in this pack. I don't know how good Inferno Hellion is, though. The fact that it shuffles back in is quite awkward, but I still think I like it better than everything else in the pack. Well, Enigma Drake is in our colors, but is 1000% not what we're doing here. So I think I just want Ether Tunnel. Because, I mean, how many instant sorceries do we have? Hardly any. Oh, I accidentally cut the shock. That shouldn't be. I think I'm just going to take an Aether Tunnel. Oh, I haven't seen this one yet. People keep telling me about it. You get a gold counter. You can draw cards. Actually, this might be for us. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 dragons. I think 4 dragons is plenty. I'll take a dragon horde. Double cast. What are we double casting now? Trumpet Blast? It's better than the rest of these cards. Apex of Power. No thanks. We still have this relatively low 3-drop slot, so I'm gonna take Bogart Brute. Don't like any of these. I guess Motivator is the card that is playable in this deck. That said, it's instantly coming out. I guess Sentinel. Sentinel is, I found to be better than it looks. A 3/3 defender. You could do worse. And then the other part's just upside. if you look at it that way. Okay, I'm cutting it though. This could just win me games. But I've already got the 2 ghost forms to serve the same purpose. I think I'm just gonna take Surge Mare. I probably might end up running Surge Mare. No, that's more of a slow. And we are aggressive, so we're gonna cut this. We're at 30 cards. That's so many cards. So no totally lost. You got too many 2-drops here. Yeah, I don't really like any of these. I guess this, it might help no, we're taking it out. Yeah. I really like Bogart Brute. It's not, don't get me wrong, it's not one of the, like, most powerful cards by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a perfectly fine 3-drop. I'm surprised to see them. Well, I guess I shouldn't be because nobody's in red. So I think I'm going to cut these ghost forms because the Bogart Brutes have evasion and I've got flyers. I don't really need a spell to just push through and do nothing else. I'd rather develop the board state. I don't think I'm going wide enough to warrant these Trumpet Blasts. And that puts me at 26, so I still need to cut 3 more. See, I definitely don't want double cast, because I double cast what? Shock? And then probably the Surge Mare, just because it's double blue. And I can't really afford to do that. And now at this point I've gotten so low on blue. But I still like this. Particularly, I could also live the dream here of if Mirror Image enters the battlefield as a copy of Spark Tongue Dragon, I can shoot something for 3 and have Spark Tongue Dragon with the trigger for 6 mana instead of 8, which is really nice. It's on curve too. Spark Tongue Dragon turn 5 and then Mirror Image copy turn 6. So this is 24. I've got a Dragon Horde, which is ramp. I think it would be too aggressive to try and run it like this. I think I'm going to cut one of these hostile Minotaurs. And yeah, we're going to try it like this. We're going to add some basics. 13 to 2, or 15 to 2. I want to run it a little bit less. I want at least 3 sources. And then the Horde is also a source. No, one more. Because I think this ratio is not going to hurt us. The odds of us drawing, a 3-land hand and having all 3 of them be islands is so astronomically low. I don't really know, so nobody tell me the math. It's probably bad for me, but this is the way that we're doing it. We're going to save the deck, and we're going to play it. Here we go for round 1. I would definitely like to play first with this particular deck. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's a little slow, but all I need is a land, and I can cast this dragon ahead of time and be able to draw cards because of how the Horde works. Okay. I just hope they don't have any 2-mana artifact or enchantments. Alright. This is working fine. So I'll go ahead and play the island, play this Horde. And then see what they've got. Oh hey, there's a enchantment. I wonder what they top decked. Oh, actually, they might have been playing around burn now that I think about it. Oof, this is not turning out so hot. It'll be fine, though. Next turn, we're going to play this volcanic dragon. Probably actually not swing with it, though, because we're far enough behind here. Oops, careful, cat. That box is not stable. Alright. Cavalry. Alright. That is a thing that's happening. So yeah, there's no way that we're swinging with this dragon, but we are definitely playing it. It doesn't matter. We're still not in the worst position, assuming that this sticks around, because we get to copy it next turn. It does enter as a copy, so the horde will get another counter on it. And we can play the brute, so... Oof, so something's getting through. Yep, it's gonna hit me again. I think it's a problem. Nope, I'll just take it. Okay, so... we get to do both of the cards in our hand no matter what. So let's go ahead and draw first. Okay, second Bogart route. That's not... at least it's not another land. So we're going to tap 1, 2, 3. And we'll have 2, 4, 4 dragons. Put another counter on that. And we're going to play this brute. And we're just too far behind to swing. Alright, we finally have put a stop to that. So we'll go ahead and draw a card first. Sweet. So this has got their current board state locked down. I'm going to go ahead and drop in another one of these. I'm going to go ahead and swing with one, but I'm going to swing with the fresh one. I don't know. It doesn't really make a difference. And I'm going to play the brute. Because the Minotaur, it's not the most efficient use of mana, but I can sneak in the Minotaur later for better effect. If, say, they try and make some swing here and leave themselves open, I could do a big old alpha next turn. Probably got a trick, but I'm happy to worm the trick out for one of these dragons. +4, +4. Whew. Oh no, it has trample too, so I'm still taking a lot here. Ooh, they got that Titanic growth back. I need to remember that. Draw me a card. So next turn they're gonna come back. They're gonna have that Titanic growth again. So I need to be prepared to block the knight. I kind of want to get rowdy. So if I swing with both dragons, they're on a 2-turn clock. And so if I swing like that, how much mana do I have available? I play a land. So I've got 8 mana available, which is enough to cast these two things. And then I can, so that guy's going to go up to 7 again, or whatever is unblocked. Now I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to still swing with 1 dragon, but I'm going to leave everybody up for blocking. I think unless they've got something crazy between the menace and the trample, I'll get them next turn. Unless they don't swing. Oh, maybe I should have played the Instigator instead, because that puts down more creatures. Because I only really need to put a larger thing on the Knight. The rest of them don't have trample, so even if they got Titanic, I could just chump block with either the Instigator or the token. That may have been a mistake. I still think we're in a good position here, though. Nope, they cannot do anything. So let's see, they're at 12. I got the 2 menace. With this extra 2 at the end. One card they have in their hand is Titanic Growth. So let's see, if I swing, I think this is just it. So let's see, what could they have? What's in this set? I think the worst case scenario is that destroy a tapped creature. But I think that's a sorcery. So swing with all, 8 gets through in the air. They gotta double block each of the menace guys. We're gonna go for it. Attack with all. Well, it's coming. The menace on these Bogart brutes is very relevant here. Oh, okay. That makes things a little different. So they're gonna block that. They're gonna block there. Double block. They're gonna take 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we got it because of the Pyromancer. We'll kill the real thing first. I'm gonna go to 1 if I've done my math correctly. And second main. Ba-ba! Alright. So, now you're playing green, white, little dudes, and auras. I kind of like to take in one totally lost. But it doesn't really get the 2-for-1, because the only aura that we saw was the Talons, which comes back. So I don't really know if Totally Lost does good work here. And I didn't see any equipment, so I don't see any reason to bring in Smelt. Yeah, I don't see any changes that make sense to me. Here we go, game 2. I'll keep this. All I need, I'll either get lands and have stuff to do later, or I'll draw spells and have things to play. Okay. Just go ahead and drop an island. Dragon Horde did a lot of work that last game. Drew 3 cards off of it. Oh, buddy. We did only run 17, right? Okay, well, I thought our slow start was bad, but it looks like our opponent has a similar problem. Five mana. Oh, that's big. Do I... Is there anything in the deck that deals with that? Just blocking it, I suppose. Given how flooded I am, I think I'm going to hold out to try and hit the extra mode on Spark Tongue. So I think I'm going to play Bogart. Well, Bogart Brute then double blocks and they both die. I think I'm going to go with that. It's a 2-for-1. Oh, but they've also got Titanic Growth. Maybe I don't. Maybe I should have just played Spark Tongue. Oh, well, that eliminates that potential play line. I just need to get to 9 mana and draw a shock somewhere along the way so that I can Spark Tongue and shock. That's all I need. Is that too much to ask? And back to my turn. Oh, hey, look, another Spark Tongue. I just need to get to, you know, what is that? 16 mana, so I can do both of them. That's all. Not that big a requirement. I think I'm going to leave this back up because if they've got removal, I'm going to be dead very quickly. Yeah, we're going to see if this happens. They got Titanic Growth. They probably do. Yep, here it comes. Boom! Just as I predicted. So this is at least a couple of chum blockers. I'm at 6-7 mana. Only need one more. So I think I'm going to play the Instigator and Lava Axe, as well as swing with the Dragon. And then I'll play Spark Tongue. Hopefully next turn when I draw. No, 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 don't do a thing. No! Oh, that sucks. At least they're out of cards. That's a bonus. So, I'll play that for that. Well, here's an interesting thought. Do I hold on? I might just play Spark Tongue, because now that they're out of cards, my combined total board will trade with their Baloth, and then Spark Tongue kill the Drill Master. We're gonna do that instead of play this Lava X. Yeah. Nope, I will not be doing that. They're probably like, why? You could just do it next turn. Alright. Moment of truth. What'd you draw? Hey, it's gone. Land. Yes. Alright. 3, 4, 5 for the casting cost. Yeah. Yes. To that. Alright. This is what we call stabilizing. I don't see any reason to hold back. If they've got any sort of aura or equipment, this isn't effective blocks anyway. 5. Okay. Draw something good. That's not great. So we don't win this race, but I also don't want to trade with that Corsair, so we're just gonna do the beats. That's real bad for us. Yep, no, that's gonna happen. We're gonna take 7 to 6. Alright. So we're gonna leave this up. I think go for the 2 for 2 on the knight, the dragon plus the shock. Okay. Change my mind on that. We're gonna 1 for 1 on the Corsair and the Oracle. On the Corsair and the Dragon, and then I'm gonna shock the Oracle and hope to draw something big enough to deal with the knight. Make that go away. Nope, that's it. Alright, we tried. It was a valiant effort. To the sideboard. Yeah, that's nothing really that changes the game plan. We did see that they had that other enchantment, the white one, the +2/+2. But all in all, we still only seen 2 enchantments. I still think we might try and bring them in. I'm going to bring them in over the shocks, because shock didn't really kill much of anything in their deck. Actually, I'm just going to do 1 and 1. I don't want to mess up the mana too hard. So we're going to do it like that. Submit. Yes, we'd like to play first. This seems very iffy, but I'm going to keep it. If I get to 6 lands, this hand is insane. But there's nothing to do until 5, the way that it is. Well, that's something to do before turn 5. Land. It's not a land. I'm getting worried here. Three. Oh. That's not a land. So do we image the brute because it's better than doing nothing? I think so. First I'm going to swing. Okay. And your turn. You're going to enchant it with something, draw a card. Hopefully, if that's their plan, we can just be faster because of Menace. Sweet, they did not have. Well, that's not. We don't know yet. Yeah, they can't block with it anyway, so might as well swing. And that they have as a follow-up. Sweet, there is a land. So, how is this race going? They're gonna go to 11, and then I'm gonna come. They're gonna come back at me for 7, and I'm gonna go to 9, and then I'm gonna hit for, assuming they play 1 creature, at least 6, and they'll go to 5. Plus these devils, if they get through, sends them to 1 if they don't do anything else. And at the same time that I'm at 9, yeah, we're gonna try. Oh, plus the hasty minotaurs, actually. They could just be dead next turn. Okay. It's not lethal yet, right? But it's just a Titanic growth away. Let's see, 10. No, Titanic growth doesn't even get there. Because it's currently 10, and that gets them to 14. Swing with both. Swing with both. Yes, I think we just got it. I'll take 10. That does affect the math now. So, I swing for, so the 6 gets through, and then they block the trample over for 1. 1 plus 3, so that's an additional 4. So it still just puts them at 1. That does not get me to lethal this turn. That Novice Knight has just one too much toughness. Actually, it wouldn't matter anyway. They just block the Minotaur. So, how do I not lose then? So, I don't think they have anything that gives trample. So what I think I want to do is get in with one of the menace guys, send them to 9, play image, copying. No, see in that play image, copying brute. They swing with, as long as they don't make knight big enough to kill me. So then I can block. I'd have 3 creatures. I block with 2. I'm left with 3 power with menace. And then the tapped one, they're at 9. I untap and I swing for 9. It's so iffy. I think that's the we're gonna go for it. So we're gonna swing with this one menace guy. I just can't afford to take a hit from any of the creatures now. And then we're gonna play this image. I just want to hold on to the Minotaur because the way how close the game is, I feel as though it's possible to sneak a win out with the haste. They don't see it coming. The Satyr Enchanter has done an immense amount of work for my opponent here. Just hope it's not another enchantment for the night. Oh, well, that will do it. Yep, can't block that flyer. Alright, good game. Let's see, what was coming up? Draw. There was more land. We're just stuck a little bit. If we'd have been able to... I think if we hadn't missed the 4th land drop, we actually could have pushed through. Oh well. Oh well. Welcome to round 2. We're going to go ahead and play first. This is unexciting, but I think keepable. I think the odds of getting flooded are relatively low. I say as I draw land. That'll be the last one of those. I only want this to keep going like this unless I get to the top and get the dragon that shoots things. But even then, actually, I need to stop drawing before I get to the proper number. Okay, okay. Our opponent is playing at an insane speed. Robot-like speed. Alright, now we slowed down. Okay. I don't think you got a thing for 1 black that helps you. No. Oh, 2. No. not another land. Anything but land. Alright, that's acceptable. So I'd rather trade the brute with the mare than the devils, so I think I'm not going to swing. Leave red up this time. We're done here. Just the flyer? Yep, that seems correct. Oof. Why not? Oh, it still is too not quite big enough to get through all of these things. Okay, well, this is a thing that's definitely just going to sit around ready to trade with that vine mare. It's never coming in. Hold it back. I guess unless it's for the win, but yep, that's gonna bleed me out real fast. Particularly if I don't stop drawing lands. Should have mulliganed, but here we are. Waiting for good cards to come. Oh, eventually that vine mare is gonna get too big for this Inferno Hellion. I'm gonna swing with one. If I got the other one, might as well. Maybe they'll trade with it on my turn, not thinking I've got the other one. That's fine. That helped even things up from the bloodletter, at least. Yeah. The worst. I don't think there's anything we can do about this vine mare anymore. Do I have to block? So let's see. 2, it's 11. Yeah, there's just no way out. Because I need a creature big enough to gang up. Well, I guess this buys me time. If I block here, I could draw more blockers. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, do that. I'm probably still quite dead here. We're going to play it out. This is what we're here to do. Yep, I have to block there. Go for it. Yep, that's it. And concede. Alright, begin sideboarding. Okay, nothing really to be done about Vine Mare with a Blanchwood's armor on it, or Branchwood, or whatever that enchantment is called. That's the nightmare scenario of the format, and I got nothing, so we're just gonna run for it. Game 2. I will play first. We'll keep it. Now we won't draw any lands. That's what's gonna happen this game. Okay, well, we're getting there. We can cast the Devils. And there's their ramp. Can't wait to get to 6 mana. Kill all their stuff. There it is again. Definitely just want to be more efficient on mana here. Okay. We will not be. I'm hoping we can get there. Do that spark tongue for 6 thing. Not a land. I'll go ahead and swing with the flyer. This opponent doesn't have Mighty Leap. Because this opponent isn't in white. Play another brute. These Spark Tongue Dragons might actually just be going to their face instead of their creatures. Well, I'll kill that. I don't really want to swap their creatures out for zombies unless they've got flying like that does. Sweet! Living the dream, living the dream. Copy of that. Okie doke. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I'll deal 3 damage to that. You can have a zombie. I'm gonna go to combat and hit for 3 in the air. Oh, you got something to finish it off? Okay. That will do it. Play a land. So let's see. This turn I hit for 3, put them to 12. And then if I image, hit them for 3, put them to 9. I think I just win next turn. I don't really want to turn this archer into a 2/2. I'd rather hit them in the face. So we're gonna do this thing. Yep. Huh. Okay. Yes, we will. Oh, whoops. And to you. Oof. That would be very problematic if they weren't just dead. I'm gonna take 3. Whoop, there we go. Alright, yeah, that one worked. See, it works when we don't draw just entirely too many lands. So we'll just run it in. Also, when they don't put make a gigantic hexproof creature, that also helps a smidgen. But only a smidgen. I'll keep this. this. Definitely gonna start with the Pyromancer. So I don't need, this is better for making blockers, or if I'm trumpet blasting and I need to do neither of those things. I think it's probably just shock instigator here. I just want to be faster than them. So hopefully we get a land here so that that's stuck. And that's what I was afraid of. I'll go ahead and swing with the Pyromancer. I'm fine with this trade if they want to make it. I didn't think so. Brute. At least we're not doing nothing. It could be worse. We can copy the Brute next turn if we need to. We'd prefer to do better things with the Shapeshifter, but yeah, I'm gonna copy the Brute first. Just in case. I don't think there's anything they could have used to make a blocker to kill the Brute, but okay. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. Ooh, they are flooded, aren't they? Because they're just, I think I can actually get them to get rid of this Basilisk. If I just play the Minotaur and swing out, I'm gonna. Yeah, they're just gonna scoop to that. Alright, well, turns out aggressive is good when your opponent is playing green-black big things. They're still stuck in Dominaria. Welcome to round 3. Poof, that's a big old no. Mulligan, please. If I just get one land, and I'm on the draw, we're going to try it. And we're going to put that on the bottom, because that is not a land. Yeah, that's a start. That's not a land either. It is a dragon, so it does work with the horde. I will get hit for 1. I will have nothing. Alright, well, at least it's a play. I would really love to draw a land. Please and thank you. What's happening? Yeah, I want to get hit with that Corsair. That's what's happening. Seems pretty good for my opponent. Nope, I'm just gonna take 3 there. Awesome. Alright, so we're still not in a great position, but we're not dead. Need another land here so that we can drop this dragon. If not, we can put Tunnel on the Pyromancer so we can block the Corsair. It's 2 for 1-ing ourselves, but it is better than continuing to take 3 every turn. Plus, they're probably about to play something better. Yup. I'm just gonna take 6. I need effective blocks. Alright, it is a land, which means I can play Spark Tongue Dragon, or I can play Inferno Hellion. I think I'd rather actually play Inferno Hellion here. Because then I can just trade with the Corsair and only take 3 while keeping my dragon alive for potentially better use. Well, let's see. I'm never going to get to it. Yeah, I'd rather do that. So if I get a mana next turn, actually, I can play the dragon and draw a card in the same turn. Whereas that eliminates the ability because I have to use the Horde. Can't draw a card this turn. Although, if I had played it, then I guarantee to draw one next turn to probably hit the land drop to do nothing with it because I don't actually have something that costs 5 mana. Could also, if I hit the land drop, play the Volcanic Dragon. That might be better. It's going to depend upon what the board state looks like after this turn of theirs. So they haven't played a land yet, and they got rid of Siegebreaker, so they're definitely stuck as well. So we're just gonna have this eat that. Too far behind to let that happen. Land. Okay, so now I'm gonna play the dragon because I can double up dragon on Brute. No, not swinging here. Not when the score is 18-7. Just hope they don't have, like, Titanic growth. Do you get to draw an extra card next turn, so that's pretty sweet. Oof. That card is good. And it's going to have haste. Huh. So this is an interesting dilemma. No, I don't want to block the Vine Mare, because then I get to keep my dragon around, and I could potentially block the Vine Mare next turn. One way or the other, I get a creature down. So I need to even up the board state here a little. So I'm going to go to 2, but it's not looking so terribly fantastic. We're going to draw the card first. Always get more information before you play your spells. So then we can play land for turn. Bogart Brute is a 1-for-1 block on Vine Mare. And leaves me the potential to do the Spark Tongue thing later. So we're just gonna leave up like this. See, how much mana are we at now? 6, 7, or no. Yeah, 6, 7. So we just need one more land to Spark Tongue, kill their Motivator. It'll be a lot nicer when the motivator is dead, because anything that they play right now is a threat immediately, which is a problem. Alright, I'll draw a card. We got a lot of card advantage for being in green-red. Rocks Oracle, the Tormenting Voice. So, I mean, I gotta block both. There's no other option. Block there. Block there. I mean, there's no way for them to have tricks because they don't have mana. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna cast this, draw a card, and see if it's a land that we could play. Alright. Well, let's see how this goes. We got anything bigger than 4, we're very dead. Ah, that'll do it. Alright, well, let's go to game 2. So, didn't see anything that makes me want to change anything in my sideboarding plan. Just go. Opponent, on the other hand, is having to think about their deck changes quite hard. Fine Mayor has proven to be as annoying a card as everyone thought it was going to be. I sure wish we had more things to make double cast good. Opponent's using all of their time. What are they doing to their deck? It beat me. What needs to be done? Alright, here we go. I would like to play first. This is a hand I can keep. Alright. I'll play a land and pass. Our hand is Tribal Goblins. Yep. I will make some chump blockers. Yeah, you're not getting through with it this time. Oh, mirror. That pairs pretty well against my Bogart Brute here. I kind of want to shock the Motivator, but it's so inefficient on mana, and I'm not really afraid of a 3-drop coming in with haste, so I'm just going to play the Brute. And then if I do nothing next turn, I can, or draw nothing next turn, I can Brute and shock. Alright, they got nothing. Sweet. If I swing in with the Brute, they just double block. But they don't know I'm going to shock the Motivator, so that's going to leave me with 2 creatures on board. 3 creatures on board at the end of turn, and they're going to have none. But I'm going to be down to 2 cards, and they're going to have 5. Yeah, we're just going to play this Brute and shock the Motivator. Alright. Well, they do not have a lot going on. Hopefully that'll give us time to get to our flyers or something and get through these gobos. Them having 5 cards in hand, I'm just not keen to swing. There's something I'd very much like to have a Brute around to block. I have enough lands, thank you. Although, actually, probably the play is block with Pyromancer and Goblin, not a Brute. Oh, that's nasty. Alright, well, at least it's not another land. Can't do anything. We're gonna be able to stop one blocker, but I think we've reached a pretty good board stall here, which I think works out in my favor because my creatures do better in the late game. I've got flyers and I've got things that have the dragons that have the shoot trigger, which would be great right now. Let's see, how many lands am I at? 4, 5, 6, 7. So still not enough to do that if I draw one. But it would be nice to kill Siegebreaker Giant. Particularly since they are at 7 lands, they could start taking 2 things out of combat a turn. That is going to break this board lock relatively quickly. Alright. Now, I'm going to play it. I don't see any reason to sit on lands. They don't have... They're not in black, so I don't think they're going to have discard effects to try and Gotham me. So now they can remove 2 creatures from combat a turn. Instead, they will play a Giant Spider. Giant Spider's kind of a problem. It does stop the 3/3. Yeah, I'm just going to sit on this. So, have got a lot of spiders, that is for sure. That's kind of sad, because now my dragon just gets eaten, and I get to take out one spider. Yeah, I don't think I do, because I think I want to wait, because if I draw the phantasmal image, it's just bad right now. So I'm going to play this, and that's going to be it. They had a thing anyway. Oh no, so what does this do? All of my dragons are useless. You have the top 4 and get a creature or land. That seems pretty good. Particularly the board state right now. They're probably going to get to this ultimate, at which point the game will be over. Revealed cards. It's a 4-2. It's another land. Alright. Gotta get to 8, so I got time, but not a whole lot. And all the while their board gets bigger. Certainly have enough of these, thank you. Yeah, no. This is the board state where I wish I had Trumpet Blast. Another Rocks Oracle. So, this has been cast, and I'm about to cast that. Rocks Oracle is a very powerful card. Yep, I'm gonna take 2. Oh, that helps. At least I don't get ultimated. Alright. They're down to 11 cards in their deck. We're not gonna deck them. That's not gonna happen, right? Oh, that's right. They're just pushed out temporarily. They're at 14. Yeah. They will have ultimated Vivian and killed me long before that. Maybe. So that's gone. Played a land. Ooh. Familiar with that card? Wow. Wow. Oh, we're done here. I mean, my only hope, I think, to win this game is either live long enough for them to deck themselves, or they make bad attacks and I can just trade off and live and keep a better board state. but at the current juncture, it doesn't look possible. And frankly, if they Siege Breaker, they've got enough mana to Siege Breaker stop everything that's got more than 2 power, and they could probably just kill me. Because let's see, they got 4, 5, so 10, 11, 12 mana. They could stop 3 blockers now. I got one too. Oh, they're gonna make that dragon now. With the horde, that seems really good. This is a grind fest. Yep, they're finally going for it. I might just be dead this turn. I don't know. I can't do the math. Math is hard. Yep, that thing can't block. I'm gonna make you go through the motions. I'm not gonna scoop. Or are they doing the math to figure out if they need to stop the third one? The brute. I would, but that's just me. Because then, otherwise I can block to kill the mare. And then, let's see, I'm going to take 6 from the thing, 7. So, if I'm blocking the biggest things, I'm going to be left with 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers at most. So I'm going to block 1, 2, 3. So let's see. Well, I'm going to block 1. I'm going to take 6 because that's got trample, so I'm not going to block that. So I'm going to take 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This will get blocked. This will get blocked. And then we were at 11, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 25. So yeah, if they stop the third one, I'm dead. And if they don't stop the third one, then I still take 21. I don't know what they're waiting for. Do they want me to just scoop? Don't assume I'm not so stubborn. I will. Or they just panicked and they're like, wait, he hasn't scooped. What's in the set? Oh man, if they swung and I fogged whatever it is, the vine snare off of the green that I could do off the dragon's horde, it would be amazing and they would be so salty. That is a thing that could happen because then I would just win on the crackback, right? What have I got? 1, 4, 7, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. So yeah, if they swung with everything and I had fog, I would just win. But I don't. So we're going to sit here and watch them figure out if they have killed us or not. Or we'll win to timeout. One way or the other. Oh, they lost connection. That's what happened. So they're back now, and now they're going to kill us. Now they're going to reacclimate themselves, figure out what the board state was, and attack. They're just sitting here waiting, hoping I can trick them into not for some reason. Nope, here it comes. Yep, that's going to do it. I'm going to put the skip on. And send me a message. Oh, their whole computer crashed. Yeah. Oh, whoops, I forgot to declare any blockers. Counting while you were gone. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.